Hey everyone, I hope all of you are doing great. Welcome to day 6 of my 100 days of DevOps journey. I thought it would be a perfect time to recap what we have covered so far. We have tackled some foundational DevOps concepts and explored hands-on topics in Linux and networking, each crucial for building a solid base in DevOps. Okay, let's start with day 1, where we have the introduction of 1 minute. Let me just yeah, where we have introduction of what DevOps is. First of all, very first thing is what is DevOps? Okay, sorry. Yeah. Let me just increase this font. So day 1, introduction to DevOps. So DevOps is a set of practices. Okay, it is a earlier it has started as a culture. Okay, from 2009, from I think 2009, where the in one of the agile conference, this term DevOps has been coined. So it was a culture to bring close DevOps and development and operations. Okay, so that's how the term DevOps got invented. That is very first thing. So it is a set of practice that enable us to make like automate to make things agile. Okay, so it that teaches development and operations team and improve collaboration, efficiency, and software delivery speed. We There is less time to market. Okay, we talked about why DevOps has become a vital in tech today. It helps streamline process, reduce deployment time, and improve the quality of releases. Okay, we can have checks and balance at each point during each point of the software development lifecycle. If you are looking to dive into DevOps, understand the philosophy is your first step. So this is introduction to DevOps. Now moving toward day 2. So day 2 we have operating system. So operating system is basically first operating ground of anything in IT. Okay, anything in so how would you interact with you need to first of all understand a system, operating system. So operating system overview we have covered. So in that sorry, I have a sore throat right now. Operating system overview we have with us. So yeah, operating system, we have understood different types of operating system over here, like desktop OS, server OS, mobile, embedded OS. Mostly we'll be talking about this desktop OS in here. So in desktop we have Windows, Mac, Linux. In server we have Windows, Mac. Mac is not so popular, but still there is some variant that provides server support and Linux. Then there is, I think I have seen in AWS some Mac server. Let me search it over. Mac server, Mac OS X server is a series of discontinued Unix like server operating system. Okay, so it has discontinued right now. About Mac server 5. Okay, discontinued. Apple has discontinued Mac OS server. So yeah, it is not much popular, so I think they have trashed it out. So that's how Mac server we have seen. Okay, in server OS, let's just try this out. I think where is it? No, I'll just draw something. So Mac OS is discontinued. This is Mac for Mac OS server. Then we have so most popular OS in server world is Linux. Linux is the most popular, and second is Windows server. So we have seen that. And there are mobile OS, Android, iOS, then embedded OS, some of them. So in any tech role, it has been we have discussed about it's essential for software layer that manages hardware resources and so OS is just a software that it runs on top of hardware and allows user to interact with hardware. Okay, then there are two core components of operating system: shell and kernel. Shell interacts with the GUI user interface of the OS, and kernel interacts with the hardware, CPU memory, and storage, and there is network. So all this we have discussed on day 2 about the OS. And so for Linux, Linux is the best to start for DevOps, and cloud computing. I think it's my opinion. Somewhere I have heard that 90% of the servers on cloud are 95% of the servers on cloud are Linux. Okay, so Linux system is fast, secure, and it has it is very not user friendly though. For me it is user friendly because I have been using Linux as a primary OS for years, but there are user friendly variants as well. So this is how we have learned about Linux and everything. in Linux is why is it popular and what are the benefits of Linux. Okay, I have told like it is secure, it is very fast, and resource consumption is very low, highly customizable. Okay, community support is also well for Linux. There are different flavors for Linux that you can use depending on what is the requirement you have. So that's all we have discussed on Linux. So from Linux itself, let's just expand. Oh, so we have seen some of the important commands in Linux. Where did it go? Yeah, on day 3, we have configured a virtual machine. How to configure a virtual machine we have seen in day 3 of and set up the Linux machine, Ubuntu Linux server. And in that we have a little brief about I think. Let me just share. So there is day 3. Where is it? Where does it go? Yeah, day 3 or day 2 we have discussed Linux. So okay, so here how the virtual machine works, we have seen this. Okay, let me just copy over there so that everything is in same document. So we have seen Linux server over. We have configured a Linux server in a virtual machine. How virtualization works, we have had a brief about this Linux virtualization, and in that we have configured some basic commands. We have seen. So we have seen the cheat sheet provided by Ubuntu, and there are some basic commands in which yeah, great. So here we have some basic commands we have set up a virtual machine and using VirtualBox, which allows us to practice Linux command without affecting our main system. After that, we have seen where are those commands? I think. Let me just pull that over. Yeah, here this cheat sheet we have seen some of the commands like nano cat and find no I think find chmod we have seen, then mkdir cd pwd rmmb. So these are some of the commands that we have seen about on day 3 and day 4 also. Day 4 also we have continued for with some different commands. So this is how. So this is a very brief about uh, Linux system management. And now moving forward, networking we have seen. I think some of the basic command. I'll just try to copy it. Like these commands we have seen, file management commands. So we have seen file management commands and uname we haven't seen that day, but yeah, hostname ctl, yeah, hostname and hostname ctl we have seen. Then lscpu, I think I'm not sure lscpu, but later we have seen all the commands over here. So these commands we have seen, and pwd cidr directory navigation commands. These are the directory navigation commands. We have seen these directory navigation commands we have seen. So in that way we have also some of the editors we have seen. And on day 5 we have mostly worked on the networking part, which is the next essential part of DevOps. Yes. Oops. Okay. So now moving toward our networking part. So we have understood we have checked basics about related operating system, and then moving toward networking. We have dig deeper with networking part. So in networking we have seen where did it go? Day 4, day 5. Yesterday, I think I missed somewhere. I haven't saved the file. So we have seen OSI model. Okay, OSI model, we have had a brief about it in the 7 layer application, then presentation, session, transport, network, data link, and then physical. So these layer we have checked about. Okay, so yeah, we have seen how data flows by using the example of PUBG game. In games when there is real-time data is being transferred, so UDP protocol is used, and TCP is like for authentication, and some where is crucial data is required, then TCP protocol is used. TCP guarantees the delivery of the data. However, UDP does not guarantee, but it is fast. So we have seen some of these concepts over there yesterday, and now. Okay, and also we have learned about some of the commands which are already available in the uh, those are very useful for networking purposes. Let me just copy this. Uh, So we have checked some of the useful commands in networking, like so there are ifconfig command we have seen, and there is I hope you are able to see this. So we have seen ifconfig command, then there is ping command to check the connectivity, trace route, or trace path. Okay, trace path. These commands we have seen. Then netcat. Then which are commands that we have seen? Sorry. Okay, and netcat we have seen. Netcat is also, yeah, abbreviation of that, NC. Then curl, yeah, mm, curl and wget command we have seen. Okay, then there is telnet. Telnet command is also there, and I think hostname hostname and hostname CTL. These two commands we have seen. Okay, so these are some of the commands that is essential for networking, and we'll see the use of these commands. So this is the brief. This is the recap of the previous week, since day 1 to day 5. So yeah, let's. I'll be sharing this particular. Where did it go? Yeah, this map, this roadmap with all of you guys on the GitHub repo, and I'll share the link in description. So yeah, if you feel anything that we have missed, or it should be whether it will be covered in next. So we have 100 days of journey. It is just 5%, 6% has been completed today. So let's just stay together and get along and knock down this task and this particular challenge. So thank you all for your support, and uh, let's connect tomorrow with new task, with new chapter. Thank you all.